Live from Paradise Studios in New York, Strong Island Television presents Under the Radar, starring Randy Unger. Brought to you by Magnitude Jewelry. Add a 2 to match your attitude. Tonight, we're going to be reviewing the new films Driven, The Art of Racing in the Rain, The Peanut Butter Falcon, and Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, with special guest critics Amanda Vasquez, CJ Oakland, and Matt Roran. And now, here's your host, Randy Unger.
Hey guys, I'm Randy Unger, and this is another edition of Unger the Radar, where we talk all things film, from big to small. We cover it all. And right now, I've got a wonderful panel, as always. Miss Amanda Vasquez.
Hi.
Mr. Matt Roran, hello.
Hello.
Long time no see.
Yes.
And Mr. CJ Oakland, hello.
Hello. Still can't get rid of me.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I like it. It's like a good rash. So.
Good rash.
I'm that rash that started sprouting up. Because now I'm on this couch a lot too. So.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Just all a bunch of rashes.
Yeah. Well, what can you do?
We're all just communicable diseases.
No, you know I love you.
What's
CJ.
going on this couch?
I want to know.
Oh gosh. So how's everyone doing today?
Good.
Yeah. Good weekend. Good weekend.
Fun
Oh
weekend.
yeah.
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 Mr. Roran, we had fun last night.
Yes.
At Cult Cafe, Cinema Arts Center in Huntington, guys. Check it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wonderful place. Mostly small films, art films.
Yes.
But every Saturday, you host
I host.
Cult Cafe.
We had Ghostbusters last night.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
I really
Big
wish
to
I
do.
could have gone. I was working. I couldn't make it.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
that's okay. Yeah, we had all of our usual. Vinny, Nick were there, and it was a good time.
Yeah.
There was an Ecto 1.
Oh my goodness.
The Long Island Ghostbusters were there, and
Yes.
I was representing New York City. But yeah, it was just a really good time.
It was fun.
Yeah, what's up next, Matt, for that?
We got UHF coming up this weekend.
Cool.
For all you Weird Al heads.
Nice.
Oh, it's a classic.
Yeah.
Then we got John Carpenter's The Thing coming up next week after
That's a good
that.
one.
Blues Brothers the week after that. Police Academy the week after that.
The original?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
So it's like home runs left and right. I mean,
I love it.
a great solid lineup. So
The best of the 80s,
pretty much. Yeah.
Amanda, you were there too last night. What did you think?
I loved it. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Especially since I haven't seen the movie that many times. I think I only watched it twice.
Mm-hmm.
So this being my third time seeing it, I liked it on the big screen. I've never seen it on the big screen.
They don't
so.
show part 2 enough. I want more screen.
Next year,
Okay.
I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
Cool.
But it's weird, like hearing someone say like they've only seen Ghostbusters 3 times.
Yeah.
Because it's like a lot of times I'll ask the question beforehand, like
Yeah.
like who hasn't seen this movie before? I didn't ask it last night. But like I don't even know if I could accept the answer.
There was a lady in a bathroom yesterday. She was like, "I never seen the movie straight through. It was my first time seeing the whole
crazy.
movie." And
Most
she was
people
asking
only
me
see it on like
questions.
TV and stuff.
I
They don't
know.
get
She
to
was like,
sit down.
Yeah.
Have you been in New York City to see these sites that you've seen in the movie? I was like, yes, I have. She never even seen some of the sites. I was
Yeah,
like, wow.
it's like, oh, I mean, I've not been to the Statue of Liberty or the Empire State Building, but I've seen these sites from Ghostbusters.
Well, it's
First time I saw the library, I was like, oh my god!
when I saw the Firehouse for the first time,
Oh, yeah.
that was like a
Yeah.
surreal, dreamlike
Oh, yeah.
experience. And actually, the New York City guys, they do a walking tour of all the sites. I think it starts at Columbus Circle, goes to the library,
Nice.
goes to Tavern in the Green, different places, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
CJ, are you a Ghostbusters fan?
Not like as big as into it as you guys are, but I'm definitely a fan. It's a good comedy, fun time every time I get to watch it.
Cool. And we've got today a bunch of films to watch. We've got 4 films.
4.
Usually I interview talent, actors, directors, but this week we had just a ton of films to go through, and I
You're
wanted
just stuck with us on telling.
Yeah, it's fine. No, I love it. I love
Talent.
We're the talent.
Talent.
You are also talent, yes, for sure. So, and now some of these movies I know some of you did not see. I know
Sadly.
there's some overlap here and there,
There is.
but
It was a hard week.
yeah, it was.
But you saw all of them. That's what matters.
I did.
That's what matters most.
Yes, all very, very different. All pretty much good for the most part. One's amazing, but we're going to talk about that one later
You're biased.
I really hope
am.
you're not talking about that dog movie.
No. Though I did enjoy it. I really did.
He's actually talking about the one that we all didn't see.
Yeah, of course.
But guys, yeah.
Big city man.
No. But let's start off with Driven, and I guess you'd call this a historical dramedy.
Yeah.
And basically, it tells the story of John DeLorean, who is infamously known for cocaine trafficking in the early 80s. And he's played by Lee Pace, who's great.
Amazing.
He was perfect.
There's not enough Lee Pace in the universe.
Yeah, I've never even seen this
I've
guy
never
before.
Oh
even
my God!
seen him before either.
The show Pushing Daisies.
Okay.
He was the lead on.
He was on *Halt and Catch Fire*. I love him on that
Yeah.
show.
All right,
And,
all right. I like
he
him.
plays
I've heard of this guy.
Ronan the Accuser in the Marvel Universe.
Okay.
Wow.
Not that you'd be able to tell, but
Very diverse
Yeah.
filmography there.
yeah.
And you've got Jason Sudeikis as kind of this everyman who gets involved with the drug trafficking because he becomes his neighbor in this well-to-do California town. And it was an interesting movie, a little strange, I'd say.
Yeah, well, I mean, the story itself is very strange.
Yeah. Well, you know what? They actually did a documentary about this. I saw it at the Tribeca Film Festival. It's called Framing John DeLorean.
Yeah, but it's also, like, not a documentary.
It's like a docudrama.
drama.
Yeah.
'Cause
Why,
that's
was
like
it
Alec
acting?
Baldwin
Alec
acting.
plays.
Alec Baldwin plays DeLorean,
DeLorean.
in like these cutscenes, like these scenes
Yeah.
that.
But
Yeah.
did they have interviews of people or?
I don't think they did.
No,
That's not
it's-
really like
Just
a
archival
documentary.
footage and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Okay.
It's a weird. I haven't seen it, but
Yeah.
like
It's okay.
we
Does
were
it count
supposed
as
to
a
show it at my
documentary?
job. And we
It's
didn't get
basically the same movie,
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
but this is
Just
a little,
this one's a little bit more wider.
This is lighter. This is like
Yeah.
more like comedic, you know. But
it. And oddly, probably the most dramatic role I've ever seen Sudeikis in.
That's true.
yeah, and he was
And
his
he's
normal
great.
self.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I'll watch anything he's in.
Yeah, no, he's great.
I've never even heard of this story though. I didn't
Oh,
even
yeah,
know
no, it's-
the backstory of DeLorean.
weird. I mean-
I just know DeLorean from Back to the Future.
Right.
Like, I don't know
Most people
anything
do.
behind
That's-
I know
it.
it's
that's
about
what's-
just him being a strange coke peddler. You know?
I didn't
Yeah.
even know. Yeah, I didn't know any
The
of
Back
that.
to the Future connection is what sparked my interest, and that's why we're talking about this now. But yeah, it was very interesting. Like
Yeah,
it
I
kept
just
going
know
back
the
from,
car, I
from-
know the movie, but not
Yeah.
the guy and the story behind
know.
it.
It took me years to find because it's like I remember when the DeLorean first came out, and then it was gone.
You're not that old though. That was like what?
I'm 40, yeah, so it was like
You're a little kid.
I was a little kid.
Okay, okay.
Because I mean, that's a car you do not forget when you're a little kid when you see it.
Exactly.
It had wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and then it was in Back to the Future.
So then
Which
you're really
put
gonna
it on the
remember
map,
it
which
now.
nailed it.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
really hoping that the end of this movie would be like John DeLorean in jail, and you just see an agent come up. It's like, hey, they're making a movie. We got a great idea for your car.
Right.
And you just hear the Back to the Music.
That would have been cool. That would have been cool.
Cut
Where we're
end
going,
credits.
we don't need roads.
Yeah.
That would have been really cool.
Or have actors portraying Michael J. Fox and Christopher
Right.
Lloyd in like backstory scene.
Have
I don't
Eric Stoltz playing Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
That would have been so cool.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But I think they just wanted to keep the connection out of it and just show like his story.
Yeah, because
behind
it's
it.
also it takes place all before.
Actually,
that
I don't even
anyway.
know. Was it really DeLorean's story or was it the Jason Sudeikis
it was
guy's
really
story?
both of them. The back and forth,
Like
the
they really
relationship.
focused a lot more on that guy.
Well, I mean, he was the guy. He's like a shady criminal
Yeah.
True.
who got involved with John DeLorean. So it's like
True.
one of those things where it's like DeLorean really wasn't a coke peddler.
Yeah.
It's like,
But was he?
He kind of got lured into it a bit.
oh yeah, it was
It's like
totally
here's
persuaded.
money. Here's money. Come
Yeah.
come get it.
Yeah.
Come
I mean,
get it.
Yeah.
You know,
pretty much.
he was a crooked businessman. Let's not take that away from him.
He wanted
But-
his name on the map.
He didn't even care about the money. He just wanted the legacy
Yeah.
Yes.
to remain
Yeah.
intact.
And he
so.
got the legacy through Robert Zemeckis, thankfully. So
Yeah.
his car made a great time machine.
He died
course.
happy knowing that his car was forever going to be known
Yeah, right.
as this car with the wing.
Yeah. And you know what this movie? It kind of reminds me a little bit of The Whole Nine Yards.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
Bruce
see
Willis
that, I
and
see that.
Matthew Perry.
Perry.
I
Yeah.
see that.
A little
I see
bit,
that.
kind of, similar.
Yeah, this
I
kind of reminded me of American Made, the Tom Cruise one, where it's about the guy who
Right.
did the Iran-Contra
But that was just
scandal.
him. He was
Yeah.
Cruise was the only one
Yeah.
involved, really. He didn't have any.
Yeah,
like,
this one was like they were trying to do like
Side
an everyman
guys.
related to it, I guess. But
Yeah.
they've been doing a lot of these movies where they're like, let's take like really weird, like fucked up crimes that have happened in America
Yeah.
that you can barely believe, and let's just make a movie about it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's so many stories out there that no
There
one
really
really
are.
knows the story behind it.
Yeah.
Like the real
I
story
mean,
behind
there's so
it.
many like biopics and quasi
Here's
biopics
what
that have been coming
really
out.
happened.
Yeah, no. For people like you didn't know about the story of,
No,
of John DeLorean. Now
really
you know.
didn't.
And yeah, it's pretty crazy that this actually happened.
Yeah.
I actually also liked the supporting cast is pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Especially Corey Stoll.
Oh, he was great.
Yeah, the bald FBI agent.
Yeah.
He was the
Oh,
villain
yeah,
in
he's a good actor.
Ant-Man,
Ant-Man,
which was
yeah.
great. That's the first time I saw him, but he's fantastic.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of the supporting cast?
Oh, I loved
I loved
it.
it.
And, what's her face?
Judy Greer.
Judy Greer.
Judy
Love Judy
Greer.
Greer.
Judy Greer was in that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
Who's
white.
also in
She was-
Ant-Man.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
She's
Oh
the
my
ex-wife.
God, you're so right.
That is
oh
funny.
my God.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's more connections.
Wow.
And Michael Cudlitz from
Yeah.
The Walking Dead.
Walking Dead, yeah.
Was this like his first film role? Since...
That I've seen him
Yeah,
in?
right?
I
Besides
haven't-
shows, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Wow.
But yeah, it's an interesting
I mean,
movie.
I liked it. I
Yeah.
definitely liked it.
This is a definite Netflix movie.
Yeah, I can
it'll
see
it'll
that.
pop up on there very
Oh, yeah.
soon.
I can see that.
It looks interesting. I didn't see it because I don't like Jason Sudeikis. Like, I have a personal
Oh,
grudge
really?
against him. He knows what he did, so... Yeah, I didn't listen.
You know what you did, Sudeikis!
Sudeikis.
Oh, yeah.
I want to hear this
I'm
story.
okay with you, though.
No, it was like a long time back. They had the Comedy Central where it's like you donated money and they had like the celebrity call-a-thon kind of thing,
Okay.
where like you could call in. They had like Bruce Willis and like a bunch of other actors. And I remember like I paid money. I waited like 20 minutes on the phone. And it's like call up and it's like, hey, you're talking to Jason Sudeikis, and all I hear is hello, hello, hang up, and I'm like, you son of a bitch! This was for charity. Do you do that to everybody?
Really?
Maybe he doesn't know what he did, but now he does! Sudeikis!
Yes. Expect
I-
an apology from him.
it's
Oh,
like
yeah,
one
no,
of those
it's
things.
the pettiest grudge, but I want to have it.
He just mentioned Bruce Willis, but also just called out Jason Sudeikis for being an asshole. I want to know what those Bruce Willis phone calls were like.
Yeah,
That's what I was
hear
hoping
he's a
for. I'm
jerk.
like,
yeah.
what would like 2-minute phone call with Bruce Willis be like? That's
Just
what I
like,
wanted to know.
get a life, kid.
Punk.
Oh man.
Wow, that's what year was that?
Oh, I don't even remember. That was a long time.
Was
back.
it before SNL?
No, yeah, that was like
Probably like 2004.
yeah, that was
5?
like 15 years
Yeah.
ago ish.
Okay, so
15-year grudge.
Oh, yeah.
oh CJ.
He's coming for you, Sudeikis.
But in my defense, Jason Sudeikis is very easy to hate.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's
yeah.
like, I mean, I love him, but he's got
good
a
at what he
punchable
does.
face.
He's good at what he does in
Remember what
comedies, but he
happens
plays
in
an unlikable
Vegas?
guy,
Yeah.
and I can just buy
It's
it.
CJ
weird.
wants to be that at
Yeah.
the end of what happens in Vegas when they punch him and they're like, you know why.
Yes, it was movie now. I didn't know that was in there.
Oh my God! Just watch the end credit scene, and that's like it'll give you satisfaction.
I don't think. Yeah, no. Sudeikis, he isn't likable. I mean, it seems very fake.
That's
that,
what he plays.
That persona
though. Like,
he puts.
That's
Yeah.
what he does in every movie. Like he plays that guy where it's like he's slightly charming,
Right.
but very easy to hate.
But it worked very well in We're the Millers or Meet the Millers.
Yeah.
Where the
I,
Millers.
I think it
Millers.
works
Where the
very well in
Millers.
most of the roles he plays.
Yeah, and it was perfect here
Yes,
in
you
Driven.
Yeah.
have to watch his end credit
Because
scene.
he almost never plays like a genuine good person. He's usually a pretty shitty person.
Yeah,
that
horrible
guy you
bosses.
love to hate.
Yeah.
That guy you
Yeah,
love
kind
to
of
It's like-
slimy.
It's like Vince Vaughn, where like you don't cast him to be like the nicest guy in the
Oh, yeah.
world. You always want him to be a little bit of a dick.
Yeah.
That's the kind of
Yes.
roles that you want to see.
Yeah.
He is.
And recently, Vaughn has been picking a lot of dark, serious roles.
Oh, yeah.
I noticed
since
that.
like Hacksaw Ridge in
Yeah.
2016.
He's trying to expand his filmography.
Yeah. Okay.
About
I
time.
loved him in Hacksaw Ridge. He was
Yeah.
That's a great
hilarious as
movie.
drill sergeant.
He's trying.
Yeah. Amanda, did
Oh,
you
the
see
prison
Hacksaw
one,
Ridge?
No.
too.
Yeah, I heard about
Oh.
that one. I can't remember.
What prison?
I can't remember the name of it, but
Okay.
it was like
I didn't even know.
insane.
Yeah.
See, I think it was the same director as Hacksaw Ridge.
Oh,
Well, that was
wow.
Mel
Also-
Gibson.
Oh, wait.
I don't think
Oh, no.
he did that.
I'm thinking of Bone Tomahawk.
Uh,
I think it was the same director of that.
I didn't see that one, but you
Did the
recommend.
prison one.
Okay. Anyway, he was also in Fighting with My Family. He played the wrestling
Yes, which I did see.
recruiter
I-
slash coach.
I did like that
was a
film.
decent
That was a
He was
good,
a
that was a
little
good
bit.
role.
He was a little bit funny in that.
A little
though.
bit,
Yeah.
but it
He
suited
had
him well.
his classic
His persona.
Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that for your show. We talked about that.
We did, yeah, we did. Yeah, that was a good. That was a while ago. That was a good
CJ's
one.
like, that's old news. I was
Yeah,
there.
it's old hat.
We got the
Alrighty.
reruns. We can go get my opinion from there.
So, Driven, see it, skip it. What do you think, Amanda?
See it, maybe not in the theaters,
Yeah.
but wait for it, but definitely see it.
Yeah.
I think it's only coming out on demand. I don't think it's coming out.
Yeah.
So
Is it?
see it
Is that
then.
kind of limited release?
Yeah, I think it's only on demand. Is what I saw.
So see it.
I'd say see it, with
Learn a
streaming or
little.
whatever. See it.
If it's on
I
TV,
mean,
Learn
it's
a little
worth
about
it, for,
DeLorean.
especially for like Lee Pace's performance.
yes.
Is brilliant.
Yes.
He did a really good
For
job.
Lee Pace, I'll go see it.
Yeah,
He's a
Lee
great
Pace.
actor.
Lee Pace, you know what you did. You're marvelous. You're marvelous, and we love you.
He really is charming in this.
He is.
Like, he's so cool. And is that a wig? Is that a white
Yeah.
wig? Okay.
He makes John DeLorean likable.
Yeah.
With the white
I
wig.
know.
I'm sure Alec Baldwin doesn't, but
Yeah, it's so different. So I don't
Completely
know.
different characters.
I only imagine that Alec Baldwin plays the character as he plays Trump.
Like a subdued Trump.
Yeah.
Not as in
Yeah.
your face. Ridiculous.
Oh no.
Yeah. But I would say see
Rich
it.
guys with weird hair.
Oh no.
It's great. And now this movie,
Which one?
The Art of Racing in the Rain.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, only half of us have seen it. Oh, look at that. Only half of this panel has
Puppy.
seen it. And Mr. Oakland and I,
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm the lucky one.
The
see the
picture
sad
makes you
dog
sad. Like
you know
the
what?
Picture makes
It
you
is sad, but it's actually really
It makes
touching.
me miss Milo Ventimiglia as an actor.
He's good in the movie. I will give this that. Like, Milo Ventimiglia does a really good role in the movie. Like,
Yeah.
pretty much all of these dog movies that they come out with, like 2 of these a year, are all like Lifetime or like Hallmark kind of movies where they're
Exactly,
good
that's
family
exactly
stories.
what they
but then they
are.
make it about a dog, and it gets very sad. But they try to
Super
make it
sad.
sad that's inspiring and about death.
But what
and they
brings
do that
this
every time.
But what makes this less morbid is that you've got a brilliant performance from Kevin Costner as the voice of the dog. I thought it was
Basically, like,
terrific.
if you watch a really sad movie about a family, but for some reason it's from the dog's perspective, and it's just it's like if Kevin Costner was just sitting in a family's house and just talking about how he's watching documentaries about Mongolia,
Oh no.
just like random stuff like
Yeah,
that. You
yeah.
know, like it's really weird, but it's charming. In
It's
different
all. I
ways.
love it.
I'll
That was
give
my
it to
favorite
it.
part of it. And
I don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
these dog movies, like, soon as you see the poster, the preview, you already know you're gonna come out
There's
crying.
a lot
Like,
of those, yeah.
the
no, I don't want to go in crying.
the
I don't want to go in or come out crying.
well, the poster.
You
for
went
this-
in
I'll
crying.
just go in crying.
I'm just gonna do it now.
What was
Get it
the-
over with.
What was the last?
Some of these movies, they start first 2 minutes, you're already like,
Well, these movie posters too. For The Last of Dog's Purpose.
dog's
These posters in the subway of the dog looking up at you with those eyes.
Oh, yeah.
It's so touching. Yeah, how can you
You're
not
supposed
like
to
feel
feel
for that
sad.
doggy?
It's like, no, I don't want to see this.
Yeah.
And then sometimes either the person dies or the dog dies or someone dies.
Or
It's
every,
just-
all
usually.
dogs,
All of them
they
die.
they
I'll
die,
give
they
it
go to
this
heaven.
for the,
All those go to heaven.
the promotion and everything.
on.
They really hide the fact that there's a brain tumor somewhere in this movie very well. Like I was,
But that's-
that took a
once-
very
Every
dark
single
turn.
one of these movies,
Yeah.
you
I
can
was like,
expect
I'm waiting for the sad thing. It's
cancer,
like,
brain tumor.
that's not the dark
Once
thing I was
they said from
expecting.
the director, Marley and Me, I already don't want
No,
to
it's from the studio.
studio.
Yeah.
Something
Or
with
the
Marley and Me,
producers.
I
Just
didn't
think of
want
Marley
to
and Me. That's the point.
Yeah,
Because-
they're like, you know, you love sad movies about dogs.
No.
Like, okay.
Because they hyped up Marley and Me. I was ready to watch it.
The-
Like,
I
so
worked in
excited to
Blockbuster when
watch
Marley and Me
it.
came out, and I just remember like couples and families renting the movie.
Like they had
seeing
the
so happy.
They look so
music.
happy.
And the next day when they come back and they're just like shell shocked, like why?
Oh
Because I don't know
my
if you
God.
remember the preview.
I
for it,
remember
but,
just
like,
one
they-
old woman returned
yeah,
the movie and was like,
music
"Why
and
didn't you warn me?" And
everything.
it's like, because this
Because
is the only joy I get
They
working
didn't
at
warn.
Blockbuster.
No.
They don't even drop it through the slot. They just put it over the counter.
Yep. Yep. Because the preview was like happy music, everything, and like
It's like Walking on Sunshine's playing.
Yes,
Dogs are like
yes,
dancing.
yes.
And you're like, yes, this is
You're
gonna
like,
be
finally
great.
a dog movie that's gonna be fun, and you like Air Bud. I thought it was gonna be like Air Bud. Like finally a good, fun,
Beethoven's
golden,
second.
No, yeah.
golden retriever.
I definitely want to
movie.
believe the director of Marley and Me was like filming Owen Wilson and whoever played the woman I can't remember.
Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston, and like they're dancing with the dog as it's playing, and he's just sitting there like, I'm gonna make so many people miserable when this movie comes out.
But
I
they
will
really
drink their
did.
tears.
Like I watched that in the theaters and the quietness of the
Oh my
theater.
God. There's nothing
like
like an
2
uncomfortable
whole
theater of
minutes.
people crying.
And you hear sniffles from everywhere. I was like, this whole theater is crying.
Well, I don't think
Devastation.
I don't think The Art of Racing in the Rain is that sad.
It's not that sad.
Because the
No.
preview didn't
It's-
make it seem
no,
like
no.
it was going to be happy.
Yeah. It's pretty much where you come in, you know this movie's going to be sad,
Yep.
and it's as sad as you expect. There's a few nice heartwarming
Go in
moments, but
prepared.
I do like Milo Ventimiglia is really good, and Amanda Seyfried is good
Yeah.
as well.
I mean,
and I
good
like the
cast.
racing aspect. Like the racing is shot really well. Like, I'd almost want to see this actually as a racing movie.
Oh,
and
it's
about
called
the
Art
family.
of Racing in the Rain. There's actual racing?
No,
Yeah,
like, he's
he-
actually
he's
like
a race car
NASCAR
driver.
racer.
Yeah.
Got it.
Where he's like driving around the country
catchy
and like
title.
racing in places. And it actually is shot really well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of shots where
That's
like
cool.
he's like
Yeah.
taking a turn in a car, and it's like it's really well done.
And
Like, I'd wanna see
he's
movie
also a
about
test
that.
driver.
Nice.
And Ferrari, the company Ferrari, reaches out to him to offer him a job. Slight spoiler, but yeah, I thought that was an awesome like little subplot
That's
there.
cool.
But basically, the whole thing is he's a race car driver, and he's navigating turns and swerving, and that's kind of a metaphor for his life. You know, he's
Yeah.
Turns
so-
of life.
That
Yeah.
it's
journey.
not just a clever. You
Yeah.
know, it's he's racing in the rain.
Yes.
In
No,
life.
yeah, like
Yes.
they say that like 25 minutes in, and I'm like, okay, as long as they didn't try to hold it until the end of the movie, where he's just like, when you're driving in the rain, if you like,
Like that
lock up
last
with
right
fear,
before
you'll
the
crash.
credits.
Like,
It's
you gotta
it's a
be
weird
fearless.
title.
Like,
It's from
yeah.
a book, so yeah.
it sounded that
It's
way.
a little like you at
I
first.
don't know what this
weird
book
title.
would read like
Dog
if it's all from
movie.
Kevin Costner's perspective as the dog. That's got to be weird.
He was
is that
so funny though.
So it'll probably be like that third person read. Like, is it from the dog's perspective in the book, or?
Probably.
But in the
Yeah.
book, it's written like.
That would be really weird if someone wrote the book about a family and they're like, what if it was the dog and they talked?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's Family Guy.
And you got
Yeah.
and Gary Cole with a very small role.
Oh, Gary Cole's in it.
Yeah. That was just a paycheck for him,
I'm
I
not sure
think.
who that
Yeah.
is.
Oh.
He, Mr. Brady from the Brady Bunch movie.
From The Office.
Office-
Yeah, I'm gonna
Office
need that
Space.
TPS report. Oh,
Todd
Office Space,
Lumberg.
No, not Lumberg.
Yeah.
Limburg, yeah,
Yeah.
Limburg, yep.
Side note, that'd be a great 20th anniversary for Cult Cafe.
Oh, yeah, it's Fox. Can't do it.
Oh, damn it!
Yeah, I
He already
Damn you,
knows.
Fox.
I really,
knows
really
at the
want. I've
top.
been wanting to do that one for a while, but I can't. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's owned by Disney. Maybe they'll be less litigious.
No,
We
because
don't know.
Disney's
those,
right,
are
you
the,
said it.
those are the two companies that won't let me do.
See?
Wow.
See?
That's the real reason Fox allowed Disney to buy them. Is like, as long as you won't sell anything to Cult Cafe and let
Yeah,
them free
exactly.
do anything, then we'll do the business.
Of course not.
And that's very interesting that this topic of studios was brought up because this is the first film to be released under Disney or 20th Century Fox.
Stuber was.
Oh, wait, was it?
Stuber was the first 20th Century Fox Disney film.
Oh,
And it was
shit.
also the first R-rated movie.
I could have sworn this was the first Disney
No.
20th Century.
Stuber was fun.
And
was
and
fun.
also like it's funny like I know it's weird to talk about Stuber on this show right now because it's not on the thing. But my favorite thing about
movie.
We digress.
seeing that movie was that like when Disney first bought Fox, everyone on the internet was like, "Now alien movies won't be good," as if they've been good for the past 20
Yeah,
years.
no.
I know. And like, Predator movies aren't going to be good, as if they've been good for the past 20 years. Anyway, they're like, oh, everything's going to be watered down. Stuber was the most violent, most excessively
Over the
gory, like swearing, like everything you
But
could.
it was fun.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
So fun.
I liked
But
it.
they pushed that R so hard.
I know.
You're like,
just-
oh,
I-
so you're going to complain,
Pretty
huh?
much just to like shut those people up.
Oh.
Be like,
You're
why
gonna
don't we release the
complain.
first R-rated movie we've done in 6 years and make it over the top? And it was
They really did, though.
pretty
That
brilliant.
almost convinces me to go see Stuber now. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't go see it.
It's mindless
I didn't
fun.
like
Oh, yeah.
the Uber tie-in and everything just because I don't like the company Uber.
Right.
So.
So
I mean,
silly.
it's just stupid fun.
I love the driver. I cannot pronounce his name.
Camille
but-
Nanjiani.
Thank
He's
you.
a great
Thank you.
actor.
He's
He's
Like,
so
incredible.
funny.
Oh,
He's so
yeah.
great. And they had a wonderful chemistry. In this.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah.
It was good. A good blend of action and comedy for sure.
Yeah.
Go
So
see
that's
it.
Under the Radar's recommendation. Go back in time and see
Yeah.
Stuber.
So it's still playing in like one theater, I think.
Is it?
No, it's
Go see it at that one
Probably
theater.
out. Wait 3-4 months.
Or if
for it
you're
to
in
come out
the
on
city,
Netflix.
the big city, you could probably see it. But out here in the boondocks, it's playing
Nope.
in one
The Long
theater.
Island Railroad's right
Playing
there.
at Glen Cove, I think.
That's funny. So CJ, see it, skip it, Art of Racing in the Rain?
If you want to go be sad, and you will be, you can go see it. But it's a movie designed to make you feel sad and feel a little inspired, but it's like, if that's your kind of thing, great. I don't really enjoy those kind of movies, so it's like, I didn't want to
They
go
all
see
have
a
the
sad
same
dog
formula, right? They
Movie.
all
They really
kind
do.
of
Like, they come out with 2 of these every year as a sad dog movie.
What was the
like,
last one? Find Our Way
a
Home?
dog's purpose or
No, it
journey.
was A Dog's Purpose. They had
Or
one
no,
where
Way
it was
Home.
like,
Way Home.
Yeah.
They're all
Yeah,
the
Dog's
same.
Way Home
So they already
is
had
the sequel of A Dog's Purpose.
So they already had three dog movies. You said
Yeah,
two.
and there was another
They're-
one
they're
where it's
past
like
their
a
cap
dog
for
is
this
missing
year.
and
Yeah,
is
that's
on
a dog's journey.
a dog's journey.
They're
Yeah.
past their cap for this year already.
Yeah.
They're at three sad dog movies.
But,
Yeah, they'll
but
keep
I'll go
coming
back
out
to,
with
to Milo's.
will.
This is the first time I actually respected Milo's performance. I
like Milo.
I think
I
he's
liked him on Heroes,
Yeah, he was great
and
on
I liked him.
Heroes.
I've liked him in a few things.
I've heard good things about him on Gilmore Girls, a show I've
Oh,
never
yeah,
seen.
yeah.
But
Yeah, he was good in that. But in the show that he's in right now,
Yeah.
what's the show that people cry every week
Oh,
for?
Oh, is
it's
he
like,
he on
On
This Is
NBC,
Us or one
This
of
Is
those?
Us.
This Is
Yeah, he
Us.
said
Oh,
he's
the main-
really
he's the
good
lead
in
of
that.
Yeah.
He said he's really good in that.
I haven't
Never,
seen that, but
because people say that they bawl every week. I don't feel like crying at television every week.
Oh,
I do anyway, no matter what I'm watching.
Price
I mean,
is Right.
I just like
Price
to.
is Right. You just
Yeah,
sit there
right,
crying.
exactly. It's like, oh god. And I'd like to state that I didn't see this movie, so I'm gonna say skip it because I skipped it.
Great, just skip it.
Let's see it just for Kevin Costner's voice performance.
If I run out of other movies, I'll see it. Or if my
Nice.
kids force me to see it.
All
I'll
right,
see it.
yeah. Cool. All right, guys, we're going to take a short commercial break, but we'll be right back with more film reviews. Stay tuned.
Under the Radar is brought to you by Magnitude Jewelry. Add a 2 to match your attitude. Patent pending interchange genuine gemstone and crystal EMF protection jewelry. For more information, please visit magnitudejewelry.com/gemgirl or call 718-268-6634.
And we're back. Hey, guys, this is Under the Radar. I'm your host, Randy Unger. And, yeah, more film reviews.
Yeah.
We're halfway there, guys. So, this one, unfortunately, I'm the only one who saw it.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
How dare
This is
you?
gonna be a good
Yes.
discussion.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we all want to see it.
Oh no!
Oh
I
my
want
God.
to
really wanna see
so
this movie.
bad.
So see it.
Yeah.
It's called The Peanut Butter Falcon. And there you've got Shia LaBeouf on the right as a fisherman who befriends this escaped person with Down syndrome. He actually escapes from a nursing home, and he meets up with Shia LaBeouf's character, and they go on this Mark Twain-like journey because the gentleman with Down syndrome wants to go meet his favorite wrestler who runs a wrestling school basically in the middle of nowhere. So they go on this journey. They try to find it. I'm not going to say what happens. But Dakota Johnson is also in the movie as this nursing room, a nursing home
Caregiver.
Yeah, who watches over the guy with Down syndrome. And
sounds cute.
it's all about friendship, togetherness, and beating the odds and overcoming adversity. And this is my second favorite movie of the year so far.
What
I
was your
want to
first?
see this movie. So bad.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I want
But
to see this movie so bad.
Yeah,
And when
yeah.
you like, the reason I agreed to be on the show this week is because you said, "Hey, can you be on the show?" Okay, well, what are the movies? Peanut Butter Falcon and two others, and I'm like, done. I'm in. I want to see that movie so bad.
Yeah.
And then it's only playing in the city, and I
Yep.
can't go
in
see
two
it.
theaters right now.
Not
Yeah.
even the whole city, just
Only two
two
theaters.
theaters
Yeah.
in the city.
I'm really hoping they spread this release around.
Oh yeah, I think it
Because,
will. I hope it will.
I hope.
Because I see some awards for this in the future.
Yeah.
It looks so good.
Yeah.
It really did. Like, it really did. And I feel like Shia is really stepping out in his career.
I love him.
like,
I've loved him for.
It's
yeah.
it's one of those things that's like, it's not that he's a bad actor. People crap on the guy all the time.
all the
Yeah.
time.
But it's like, it's just that he in person is a jerk.
Yeah.
His roles, he's always good.
He's quirky for sure.
Yeah.
What was the thing with the paper bag on his head
Yeah, and
sitting in the movie theater.
I wanted
all
to go
my
to
movies.
that.
Watch.
All my movies.
I literally wanted to take off of work
Oh, yeah.
to go watch the movies with
Very
Shia.
with him.
strange.
Yeah.
It's like, can I watch the movies with
Was
Shia?
he allowing anyone to like get near him or talk to him?
People
during
could
that?
sit right next
yeah,
to
it
him
was just like him in a theater.
Yeah.
And anyone could
for
sit anywhere.
36 hours.
Yeah.
Like he was just sitting there
Every
watching.
movie he's ever done.
Every movie he was ever in.
That's so narcissistic, though.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I think Shia LaBeouf is just the best avant-garde artist
He's
that
really,
we have in Hollywood right now.
yeah.
He's just being weird about
I
it.
think he's
entitled
succeeding
to
in
it.
what like Joaquin Phoenix tried to do.
Yeah.
Like, but like Joaquin Phoenix like took like 3 years off of actually like working to make a really shitty
Was it the Bob Dylan or what was that?
No, well, it's I'm still here. Not I'm not there.
Oh,
That's a
That's
different.
Still
totally-
Here.
I'm still here is directed by Casey Affleck,
Oh my
Okay.
God.
and it's a documentary about Joaquin Phoenix retirement from acting to
God.
become a rapper.
Oh yeah.
Because
And
Joaquin
the whole
Phoenix-
movie is just like him doing drugs and like having sex.
But he
and it
was
is
saying
really
that
bad.
he was like a method actor, so he was
Yeah.
like getting into the role where this is Shia. Like this is
Yeah.
he's not
Yeah,
method
he's
acting.
just
this
being
is
himself.
Him
really
as a
being himself.
person.
Yeah.
Like,
He's putting on like this kind of southern, like deep accent in a way.
like he's had this
But-
twisted childhood and like twisted adulthood. So this is
Yeah.
just him as a person. So
And
he's
I-
not method
yeah.
acting. He's just
you know,
being himself.
it's like he's done like
Yeah.
it's
He's got
great.
an upcoming movie that he's directing that looks really
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Honey
where it's
Baby?
about it's
Honey Boy?
about a boy who's a child actor and like him growing
Yeah.
up. And Shia LaBeouf plays a father, where he's pretty much playing like similar to what his father was.
Yeah.
Where he's talking about what it's like having your son being famous and like putting all the pressure on the kid.
I'm like,
Yeah.
this is crazy.
Yeah, I want to see
But
everything he's
I-
done now.
Who
Yeah.
should I?
Well,
I
yeah,
have.
you
this
should have
one.
watched it with him.
I know. Yeah.
And
You
it's like,
should've.
you know, it's like one of
Good
those
point,
like
sir.
I haven't seen any Transformers movies, and I honestly
You're
don't
lucky.
care.
I've literally
I do not care.
95% of
But,
Shia
like,
LaBeouf's movies.
You know, like he's great in movies. You know, in
is. He
like
really
I mean,
is.
you know, like Fury. I loved him in.
Yes.
Really
I loved him
good.
in Nymphomaniac. Like it's
Even Eagle Eye was.
Yeah,
And,
Eagle Eye.
What's the one with Tito? A Guide to Recognizing Your Saint.
Yes.
oh yeah.
That was very good.
That was really good too. But the movie that reminded me of this movie he did way back when, it was a Disney movie called True Confessions. But in True Confessions, he played he was a mentally disabled person. And it reminded me similar to this movie because instead of, for that one, he was the one that was trying to
Right.
make people see the betterment of life or whatever. And now here he's on the other side
Yeah.
where he's the one that's doing the learning.
In this,
Yeah,
he's
I like
become
the way this is done.
he's become a mentor.
So you've seen the progression.
and he's
like,
even coaching him because he wants to be a wrestler. This guy
Right.
he
with
did
Down.
such a great, like,
It's so-
I already know he did such a great
Yeah, no,
job.
the relationship that they cultivate, the friendship, it's so real. Like it feels like you
And
guys
then
gotta see it.
didn't he say that he came out of this movie like changed person or
yeah,
something?
leaving the production, he felt like a better person or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, the thing
yeah.
I really like about this movie too is that it's about someone with Down syndrome, and it's played by someone with Down syndrome,
Right.
which is
Zach-
still a very rare thing, unfortunately. Like
I love when they do
Zach
that.
they have a lot of things, like you said.
Love when
They
they
used
do
to
that.
have like regular actors just play
Leonardo
people with
DiCaprio.
different conditions.
Oh,
and,
What's Eating Gilbert Grape, right?
Grape.
Oh, it's an awesome movie.
But it's like I really like the fact that they have people who are meant to have these parts as characters
Yeah.
and actually being played by actors who
I like
have
that,
the
yeah.
same thing
That's
in real
great.
life. Like
Yeah.
I have
all
a
about
cousin with Down
inclusion.
syndrome who I love, and there's no movies out there with people who have Down syndrome except very specific kind of roles.
Right.
And being able to see a movie like this looks great. Like,
and I think
wanna-
this will raise awareness.
Yeah.
I, think
I
can
love
only
when
help.
they do that though.
You know
Yeah.
what movie was a real surprise for like that was The Ringer.
Yeah, like I remember hearing about The Ringer.
and being like
My-
it made me angry. Like the
Is that
Oh, no.
the Special Olympics
Yeah, where
with
it's
the guy from
a
Jackass?
comedy with Johnny Knoxville,
Yeah, right,
where he
right,
wants
right.
to rig the
Yes,
Special
yes.
Olympics. Except everybody who plays like someone who's in the Special Olympics is actually people who have like Down syndrome, different things
Mostly.
like that. And
And
those
there's a few,
actors
like,
don't get a
ringers.
lot of roles. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love when they do that.
But
when they show
but like it
that
it,
was a very well
it
done.
came out like such a beautiful story.
Hmm.
And like at first I'm like, oh, Johnny Knoxville is playing a guy pretending to have Down syndrome. I was like, great. And then it was like one of the best movies I saw that year.
Because it's
Wow.
about meeting people
Wow.
with
Yeah.
different needs and like actually
Yeah.
like getting to know them.
And
See,
like
I
when
had
they-
respect for them.
I
as
avoided
athletes.
it
Like,
because
that was great.
I'm not a Knoxville fan at
Oh.
all, or the
Well,
Jackass
he's
movies.
great in that.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay.
That one I recommend. That was
Okay.
really good.
Wow,
And
okay.
even the Special Olympics like came forward and said like
Yeah.
we really enjoyed how well
Nice.
this movie
Wow.
was done.
Yeah.
So it wasn't insulting. It wasn't
No,
over
it
the
was
top.
the opposite.
Which is good.
Okay, that's the way it should be. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like in all of these roles, like if they're gonna show somebody, like
Yeah.
it's fine when they're displaying their acting skills, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's really great when they actually have the people who actually have
Yeah.
what they're trying to portray in the movie to actually show the real
And
life
surprise,
behind
people
it.
with Down syndrome are good actors too.
Exactly.
But here's another issue.
Great,
Like
I like it.
I respect what they did that by having people with the real issue of Down syndrome.
Yeah.
But what isn't that not really much of an actor though? Shouldn't they have like an
No,
actor
because
It's
here's the
not
thing.
about.
pretending to that? I'm just saying.
But here's part of the thing is that you have a lot of actors, like you have a lot of trans actors, and all these
That's
roles
what I
for
was
trans
about to
people
say.
keep
That's
going
what I
to
was
like
about
cishet actors who
Scarlett
play the
Johansson.
part.
I was about to say.
Scarlett Johansson trying to play like every role that
That's what I was
she's
about to
not.
say.
Yeah.
Wait, she played a trans or
She's
She
got-
was supposed to be.
She's set.
They actually
She was set to
canceled
play a
her, yeah.
trans man.
And people
But played
get
by
upset.
Scarlett
They're like,
Johansson
What's the
because-
point of showing these movies and raising awareness?
Yeah.
If you're just gonna, well, I mean, they did this with
Also, it's
with
weird that
race
it's
when
like-
they said whitewash, but
Yeah.
whatever the equivalent of
With
whitewash
Ghost
is
in the
for,
Shell was
like,
a-
why would you
a
do
train
it
wreck.
if you want to show awareness? Might as
Right.
well
Yeah.
put it in there. That's what they did with Quiet Place. That they had an actual
Oh, yeah.
hearing impaired person play the
Right.
role.
Yeah, and she was phenomenal in that. And she
Yeah.
was in another movie too. I forget her name, but she was in this movie Wonderstruck with Julianne Moore,
Wow.
Oh yeah.
where she was also obviously a deaf person.
Yeah,
And,
if you're gonna show these, like if you're gonna show these type of issues, like might as well have the real people play it.
Yeah.
They have acting
it's-
skills too.
It's hard out there. Like there are
Yeah.
like actors who are in wheelchairs, and it's hard for them
Really?
to get roles because they'll usually be like, "Let's give it to an actor we know
Right.
and put them in a wheelchair."
And put them in a
Right. We were
wheelchair.
just talking about this on the car ride over here. Daryl Mitchell from Galaxy Quest. He was
Yes.
he
We
was
were talking about
paralyzed
this.
from the waist down. He
Yeah.
was in a car accident I think a year or two after Galaxy Quest.
Yeah.
And he's still working and he's still
Oh
getting
yeah.
jobs.
What was? Oh, he's just on Fear the Walking Dead.
Or was he?
Yeah, he's on Fear the Walking Dead.
And it's like a
This season.
CSI show or
CSI. Like, he had his
yeah.
own, didn't he have his own show with Michael Strahan? Like it was a sitcom show.
I knew he was on Ed for a while.
He had his, like
see?
he's making the money.
That's
yeah,
great.
It's great to see him still working.
Exactly.
sure.
He's
There's so
a
many
massive
roles
talent.
out there.
I was so excited. It was like last week or whatever. Fear the Walking Dead. I was like, I haven't seen him in forever. Like, I was so excited.
He's so good.
Yeah, he's great.
Cool.
I didn't even know about the Scarlett Johansson that you guys were talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, no, that was such a weird, wild thing because it's like we're gonna have a movie about someone who is a trans man and have them
Yeah.
played by a woman,
No.
which makes no sense
Yeah.
whatsoever.
No.
Like, why would you do that?
It's like there's so many like trans actors out there.
They could
It's,
easily
you know,
use. Yeah.
Who's the one on Orange is the New Black?
Oh,
Laverne
yeah.
Cox?
Laverne
yeah,
Cox.
She's very good.
Yeah, like she's actually able to play a
Incredible.
trans character. Like one of the things I love is when they like wanted to do flashbacks to before she transitioned, they have Laverne Cox's twin brother, who's a guy, like
Yeah.
played the male version of the character
Right.
for the transition. And I'm like,
Wow. I didn't
that's
even
so
know they
lucky they
did
had
that.
that. That
Incredible.
was good.
She got her brother some roles.
Yeah, they're identical. It's great, and a great show, by the way, guys. All right, and also I wanted to mention that Thomas Hayden Church has a
He's in the movie.
he has a role in it. He plays the wrestler who runs the wrestling school.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and it's perfect.
and he was also the best part of the new Hellboy movie.
He was, yeah. Oh, that cameo at the end, I was so happy.
Wait,
about
who
that.
was he in that?
He was Lobster Johnson.
Yeah,
Okay.
incredible.
You know what his name in this is? Saltwater Redneck.
Love it.
Perfect.
Imagine him calling his mom, I'm in a new movie.
I'm saltwater redneck.
It's the part he was born to play.
Yeah.
If I had to describe Thomas Hayden Church in 2 words with 1 hyphenated, saltwater redneck would be up there.
Nice. All right, guys. So time is kind of running out.
We're having too much fun.
We
that's
are. It's
I
always
know.
fun on the show.
Yeah.
Always fun on Under the Radar. But our final movie, and I think we all saw this one.
Yep.
We all
We all saw it. Finally!
Y'all did our homework.
Score. And if you are nostalgic and you want to revisit your childhood a bit, we've got Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, which is based on the popular series of disturbing, life-altering books.
Oh, yeah.
Life-altering, yes.
Because of the amazing artwork in
Yeah.
each of them. And this is another. It's not an anthology film, but it focuses on a small group of teens who are terrorized by this book that's basically it's cursed in a way, I guess, and it's writing itself, and it's writing all these horror stories as they're living it. and it's kind of like The Evil Dead in a way, in that respect.
Yeah, it's it's somewhere along the lines of that.
Oh God, yeah, that's a horrific scene.
Oh, goodness.
We won't go into spoilers just yet for that.
Yeah, when I saw
Maybe
the trailer
next
for this movie-
episode.
Yeah, when I saw the trailer for this movie, I
Yeah.
was really excited about it, and I love the part they have from this scene where you just see the woman looking at a pimple on the side of her face and looking there, and there's just a little black hair poking out, and when she
Yeah.
brushes it with her finger, you see a twitch, and that's when it's that's good horror. I love that.
Exactly.
It's
This
good.
movie, it's PG-13, so they
Yeah.
don't have gore really.
Right.
They don't have anything where it's meant to be too bloody. But it's
Right.
scarier than a lot of
Because they help
R-rated
you
horror
use
movies
your
I've seen.
imagination.
Because they do such a good
I
job.
counted. There were at least 2 shits in this. 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. No F bombs, but there were 2 shits.
Try to make it as child friendly as
and
possible.
Yeah, right.
The creatures were all scary.
I know.
Right.
Like-
Very good visual effects.
Yeah,
I know.
I love how well it's done too.
Yeah.
I know.
It has a good flow. I'd call it a hybrid of Evil Dead and It.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
sprinkled in with a little Stranger Things.
Yeah.
True.
You know what I
Because it seems like that's where they're going with a lot of scary movies these days. With the
Yeah, it's
the group of kids, it's
Yeah.
getting into
Well,
trouble or
it-
something like
which
that.
is classic 80s.
It's in this-
I
yeah,
love
it's a
those.
nostalgic thing.
It is
Yeah.
classic
Yeah.
80s, where you
So-
had these group of kids.
Nice.
But the way that the movie was shot, it really reminded me of old school Goosebumps movies.
Oh, well, yeah. I
those
mean,
Goosebumps TV
I think
shows.
they took a lot of
Right?
Or Are You Afraid
the,
for
the framing?
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah.
The
right.
framing
felt so
was
nostalgic.
really Goosebumps.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just obviously a whole lot better.
And
because-
they kind of leave it open where you could do a sequel.
if they really wanted to.
It's like
Yeah, they could. Oh,
I
they
feel like
probably
most
will.
movies today,
Yeah.
they try to leave it open just in case they
Just
might
in
want to do a
case.
sequel.
Going into it, I was sort of hoping for Tales from the Dark Side, or those
Yeah.
anthologies.
Yeah, I think if they had done it as an anthology film, it could also work. But it's for movies where they try to do a frame story to it, this wasn't bad. I've
Yeah, it was
seen
done well.
a lot of
They wanted
horror
to throw
movies
some
that
of
do a
the
very bad
stories in
job of
there.
it. This
Yeah.
one where they're able to say how each character kind of meets their own end,
Yeah.
and has a story develop. It's I really enjoyed how that was done, and I
Yeah.
really like the characters.
Yeah.
The
these
characters are really
characters
good.
were pretty well defined. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed how it was.
Yeah, it was a good cast. They were. I've never seen any of the young
That's what I
members
That's
of
what I
this
was about to
cast.
say,
Yeah,
and I
same
like
here.
that. I like when they have these new faces.
Right.
That's what
Yeah.
they did with It as well. Most of them were these new
Besides the
faces.
Stranger Things kid, it's
But did It come first and then Stranger
no,
Things?
it
So
came
people
out.
already
He was
knew
already
his
famous.
face?
Yeah,
was already-
yeah.
yeah.
Stranger
I
Things was
know
only
he was
season
from
1 by
Stranger
then.
So he
Finn
was like that
Wolfhard, who's
one.
really
He was
good
just that
Yeah.
one person, but everyone else I never really saw
Who
before.
will be in the new Ghostbusters as well.
Oh, that's true.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, it's a good formula. It's a good trend. These nostalgic, bringing young
start
kids
with
into
these new
these
faces.
supernatural.
and of course, it takes place in the past. It's the 60s.
Yeah,
This was late
1960s,
60s or
1968.
Yeah.
yeah, because they saw Night of the Living Dead, so it was definitely
Yeah,
after,
it was the
after
year it came out. Yeah,
68 or
driving.
69.
Well, when I saw the trailer, they show a shot of them at the drive-in theater. And I'm like, oh, I guess this place takes place in the 60s.
Yeah.
Because I was like, there's no drive-ins now.
Yeah.
I'm like,
But it did kind of feel timeless.
It did.
You know?
Yeah.
It did. It did a very good job, framing it in the past, and it
I
felt like a
know.
lot of old school horror movies was kind of the feel I got, but
Yeah.
made for teenagers, which I
Right.
really
Yeah.
liked because there are no good horror movies for kids or
Oh, yeah.
young adults. Every time it
Yeah.
feels like horror watered down.
No.
And this one they said we can't show blood, but let's do things that are actually a lot scarier
Because
and
they
would
tried
be
to do that with
terrifying
the
to
Goosebumps,
kids.
like
It-
the actual
this-
Goosebumps
this-
movie that came out with
it's
Jack
a-
Black.
it's a
but
great-
it wasn't,
Yeah.
it wasn't
gateway
that wasn't
film.
meant to be
Yeah.
scary. I enjoyed how that
It
was
was
done.
more funny.
It was
I'm also,
kind of thriller.
I appreciate that they only had about 1 or 2 really good jump scares. I
Yeah.
hate jump scares more.
Me
than-
too.
Yeah, that's what I
Like-
like. When they had the jump scares here, it felt good and it felt different.
Yeah.
The thing I really loved about this movie was the sound design.
Oh.
It sounded so good.
Yes.
They did the overused thing in every horror movie is when you hear the iron grate creaking open.
Yeah.
But in this, the theater was dead silent,
Yeah.
and you just heard the sounds of the house kind of creeping as it's going there. And it's not meant as something cheap where you knew okay, it's going to be a little quiet and then really loud noise when
Yeah.
a thing jumps out.
That
Yeah.
jump
every
scare,
horror
yeah.
movie does.
Yeah.
The
Or
sound
the
felt
creepy
so
music.
good in this movie where
They
it
didn't
drew
really
you
have
into
much
the
creepy
atmosphere.
music.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of music.
There's
It was
yeah.
all you heard was the environment, and that really pulled
It
you
was
into it.
realistic.
There was
It made
some
it more
score.
realistic.
Actually, Marco
Because it really brings you
Beltrami.
A
in.
little bit.
Marco Beltrami, who did the Scream series, he actually did the score for this.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was classic music. It wasn't they used the sound of
Yeah.
music to creep you out.
Yeah.
they used the regular sounds. I
Yeah,
like
It
that
was
too.
good
It
sound
reminded me of A
design.
Quiet Place, where like as the characters in the scene, all you hear is the scene happening, and like a few sounds that like drew you to the
Oh, The
horror.
Quiet
And
Place
that really
is
felt good.
crazy.
Yeah.
That was not a movie you should watch in the theater. Because you hear that person crunching on popcorn.
Oh, no,
It's,
my
like,
absolute
dead
favorite.
quiet.
My favorite thing about A Quiet Place was I was going to see a different movie, and I walked into the wrong theater, and I walk in, and it's like has like the long hallway leading to the theater, and all I heard was
library.
like nothing, and I'm
Quiet.
like, "Is this it?" And I'm like, walk in,
It's
and
an
it's a
empty
full
theater?
and it's dead silent, and I'm just like,
I loved it.
slowly backed out because I'm like, I am not in the right
Homer
theater.
in the bushes, like,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, it felt so weird to walk into a theater that I could see
dead
people, and I
silence.
knew something was on the screen, but I could hear nothing.
Yes. Yeah.
And back to the cast, I think the only two recognizable names in this cast, Lorraine Toussaint,
Yes.
also
yes.
from Orange is the New Black,
Yep.
and Gil Bellows, who
Yeah.
played the police chief. In this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They were basically kind of stock characters, I'd
Oh
say.
yeah,
they were.
I mean that police chief character is like such the classic '80s police chief trope.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, that guy who's in Goonies, that guy who's in, it's like police
have that
chief
chief,
doesn't
yeah.
believe the kids,
Right.
which is like one of those things that I was discussing again. I'm like, oh, like Stranger Things was the first show or movie
Where
or whatever
the
to
police chief
break that
actually
trope,
believed
Yeah.
them.
where like the chief actually like joins
like the-
them.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That
He's
was
like the driving force of them.
interesting. Like
That's refreshing.
it is. But
That's cool.
yeah, no, it's. But he was great as the chief for the little amount that he was used.
I mean, going into this movie though, I wanted more of the classic artwork. You know, they did a
Yeah,
great
I mean, the
job.
characters,
They did a
The
lot.
monsters do look pretty
they
good. Like,
they
all
look
the-
good.
They, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard when
Yeah.
you have a certain
It's hard
amount
to
of
translate
time.
because the reason the artwork is so scary is because everything is
Sketchy.
like half drawn and
Yeah.
it's like melting
it's
into
like
mist
something
like
that
as
a
it's
kid
drawn.
would draw. Like,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very like
But
sketch
it's so realistic.
Uh-huh.
Like,
I think it's scary because it's not moving. It's not animated.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
It's
like
a
you
still image of
for
like
a kid's
whoa.
book, all you see is like really well drawn like mist and like one eyeball
Yep,
and like a
yep.
small pool of blood. And it's like that's so creepy to just
Yeah.
stare at that as a kid.
Yeah, and
And one of the things I thought was really cool about the creatures in this film is that a lot of times you're seeing them, they're not moving.
Yeah.
They're
Right,
very
right.
They're just
still.
there. They're
Right.
just there.
You know, there's
you got the
minimal
scarecrow. You got the weird
The
heavy
fat
woman.
woman.
Yeah, that
Uh-huh.
was the
I
scary.
love
In
that
my
from
opinion,
the
the scariest
trailer.
scene.
Like,
is that-
Yeah.
They're creepy
From the
things.
trailer, when you just see a kid looking
Moving
down the
quietly.
hallway, and you just see
Oh,
this
God.
like,
Yeah.
weird, like large
Coming-
thing of
yeah.
flesh that's like very undefined, but just a smile,
smile.
walking towards you. It's like that's so scary and
Oh,
so
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But when
Because
you
a lot
think
of times
back
you
as
try to
a
hide
My
kid-
it.
daughter said that was the scariest part
Yeah,
of the movie.
yeah, it was.
But when you think back as a kid, like of your scary things that you had in your imagination, it was never really defined.
Yeah.
You just knew it was scary, so that
Yeah.
it encompassed a
Yeah.
child's imagination.
great.
Like we usually, as kids, never had like a defined idea. We just know, oh my
Yeah.
god, this is scary.
I think these books are perfect to introduce young kids
Definitely.
to horror. This is
Yes.
like,
And,
I love them as a kid.
you know,
They were some of my favorites.
it's not traumatic, really.
Right.
It's appropriate.
Yeah. And I liked what they did in this movie where all the kids, when like their story comes up, they're all like, oh, this is like a story my father used to tell me. Like they all knew the story that was about to
they
happen.
Yeah, they're
knew
saying
what
like
scared
I
them.
have this
'Cause it
reoccurring
was all-
nightmare. I think
What
the book's going to
scared
use it
them.
against me, and it
Oh.
doesn't. It's like
Yeah.
that's so good because you just feel these kids like dealing with grappling with these fears and like
Yeah.
what has to
Yeah.
happen with
Yeah,
it.
the self-writing,
that's-
the self-writing book stuff.
They're not
Mm-hmm.
reading the book, the book's reading them.
Yeah.
Like that was, yeah.
kind of a corny line.
corny line, but it's
But it's
true.
realistic.
Right,
It's
right, right.
It's like it's a perfect way to describe what's happening.
Like it's
Right.
not just random monster like slasher killing kids. It's like these are kids and like their innermost fears come to life to murder
Right,
them.
which is like what they play on in it as well.
And
Yeah.
But I like this a lot more here because it was
Yeah.
really just jump scares and loud noise.
Yeah.
There were
And
a few
really,
creepy
really
parts,
bad CGI.
but,
But
it
the
doesn't really
idea
deal
of
in with the
it is
kids.
similar.
Yeah.
I like this movie more than I liked it. Because
Definitely.
There's
I
a lot of
agree.
horror
Yeah, it's
movies
better. It's
that
a
are
bit- it's
about
better-
kids, but this
I
is
think
a
it's
horror
scarier.
movie for kids,
Yeah.
and that's not explored a lot.
So guys, see it, skip it.
See it.
See it.
Yeah.
If you don't see it, you're crazy.
Go see
See
it.
it.
Also read the books.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. All right, guys. So we're gonna take another commercial break. We'll be back with some plugs, and yeah, we'll be right back after this.
Under the Radar is brought to you by Magnitude Jewelry. Add a 2 to match your attitude. Patent pending interchange genuine gemstone and crystal EMF protection jewelry. For more information, please visit magnitudejewelry.com/gemgirl or call 718-268-6634.
Hey guys, we're back. More Under the Radar. I didn't see that dance. So yeah, I mean, we could talk movies forever, guys.
Yes, forever.
Forever. That's
We
our-
mentioned so many movies that we
Outside
didn't
of them,
review.
yeah. Yeah.
This is my horror
Yeah.
story that we're going to be stuck on this couch just talking about movies forever.
Yeah, that's my dream. That's heaven. I think.
You heard him, Sudeikis.
No.
He's coming for you.
No, but you don't remember the names of the movie or who's in it. You just keep going back and forth. Like, oh, you know that movie with that one guy? Oh, wasn't he in the movie with this person? Yeah, but you can never remember any details.
Is that hell?
That's hell.
That's hell.
I worked in Blockbuster. That's what I dealt with for years. Someone walk in.
Yeah.
There's a movie about a guy and a girl, and they go someplace, and I'm like, The Tourist with Johnny Depp, and they're like, yes. I'm like, how did I guess that?
You were
Am I
better
inside
than
your
Google.
head?
I've had so
Oh
many
my God.
conversations
You were
like that.
better than Google because you can't Google that. Like,
Not back then.
Google
Well,
what's the
yeah.
movie with the guy and the
Yeah,
girl.
we had the flip phone.
I was the
Probably.
Blockbuster employee. I was their Google.
Yeah.
Well, aside from Blockbuster, do we have any plugs that we want to mention?
Can't plug Blockbuster.
No, you
God.
can't.
Always gotta plug Blockbuster. I miss it. Bring
Go
it back.
rent Blockbuster films, and I will go to Tower Records and buy some.
Yes. Good
We need to bring
memories.
back video stores.
Great
That was
memories.
fun stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, anything you want to plug?
No.
You good?
Enjoyed the rest of your summers.
Aw.
It's coming to an end
Yes.
Sadly.
Why? Why does it have to end?
because it'll get cold. It was cold.
Why?
Did you not see how 60 degrees it was?
Sudeikis!
It's 60 degrees last night.
Why?
I was cold.
I had my air conditioner on like a fool.
I had my Ghostbusters
Oh,
flight
yeah,
suit. That
me
was
too.
that was great.
I was just cold.
Matt, anything you want to plug? Cold
Well, I
Cafe?
already plugged Cold Cafe
Yeah.
once today, so
Yeah.
why not
Plug
plug
it
it again? UHF this Saturday night, Cinema Arts Center, 10 p.m. UHF, followed by the next week, John Carpenter's The Thing,
Ah.
one of the best movies of all
I
time.
sort of see that.
And then
One of the grossest
Blues
movies.
Brothers and Police Academy after that.
Nice.
So check us out on Facebook at Cold Cafe. Find us there.
And you got those wonderful pins and the soundtrack CDs.
Oh yeah, we got soundtracks.
I love it. I love it.
The playlists and hoo-ha. We're gonna have T-shirts soon, which is cool.
Oh,
Nice, nice.
So I think they're gonna be on mustard yellow shirts, which is gonna be awesome.
Ooh, mustard.
beautiful.
I like mustard.
Yeah.
That's a good color.
So if you're eating a
everything.
pretzel or a hot dog and you get
blends
mustard
in.
on the shirt, don't worry, no one can see.
That actually happened to me yesterday.
Oh,
Got
God.
mustard right in the middle of my black shirt.
Should have been wearing a Cold Cafe mustard yellow
Wearing
shirt.
mustard yellow.
CJ, anything going on?
Clearly, I think the only thing I can plug is mustard yellow shirt. It'll save you in any situation.
Nice.
You know
got
who doesn't
nothing.
like mustard yellow shirts? Sudeikis!
Oh, I love it. I love
I
it.
like how you just latched onto my hatred of Jason
I got no
It
beef.
Stains you,
you.
right?
Supports
It's a
you.
fire deep in
It
your
is.
belly, and it just
You know what's a rash? Sudeikis.
There you go. That's a wrap. All right, guys. Some magnitude plugs from our wonderful sponsor there. September 6th to the 8th, the Mind Body Spirit Expo in Denver, Colorado. September 20th to the 22nd, the Yoga Festival in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. October 18th to the 20th, the New Life Expo at the New Yorker Hotel, New York City. And the Heart Freedom Expo in Chicago, Illinois. We'll have more details for all of that. But I want to thank my wonderful panel today. This is great, as always. Thank you, guys. You guys are always welcome. Also, the 100th episode is a few weeks away.
Ooh, can't wait.
So mark your calendars. You're all invited.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was this 97?
This is 97, yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. So thanks for being a part of it, guys. We'll be
Lord, I've
back
been doing
more.
this so long.
Yeah. We'll be back
He's
with...
like, damn, I've done 97 episodes.
I've been there for most of them,
I
too.
think we were here in like the 20s or something when we started. It's like,
I think
oh,
so.
wow.
Yeah, it's been a while. And we got plenty more coming. So, guys, thanks so much for watching. And we'll be back more with more Under the Radar next week. Take care, guys.
The Queen's Wave.
Under the Radar is all new next week with more movie reviews and interviews on Strong Island Radio and Television. Stay tuned. We'll see you next week.